They don't never let Sully on. Um, so the topic for the live, right, is when it comes to people that buy firearms, right? What do y'all think? Are y'all thoughts on? Because we see a lot of people that be like, oh, you shouldn't have bought an Atlas. You shouldn't have bought a Staccato because of how much it costs. But then the same person that says that may have, let's say, you have 5 Glocks and they're all modified and hooked up. You have 2, 3 HKs and they're all modified and hooked up. So essentially, you probably spend around the same money for the one gun, but you know what that gun do. You know that gun is gonna run, etc., etc. Um, Sully a creeper. You know Sully always got to slide in on the low low. Chrissy, smooth. What up, man? The United States and New York. I don't know. New York is a different place. It's a very scary place. When you a gun person, New York is a very scary place. Grizz, I will let you go live, Grizz. But Grizz, you don't be staying on topic, my guy. We got to streamline this when it start. It got to be topic based. And the topic is it worth it? Or where do you stand? When you see people that have a Staccato or Atlas or Alien and they say, that's too much money on the gun. But then this same individual may have 3 or 4 guns that are valued at the same cost of, let's say, the one. Right? When you modify, you start getting into the trigger modifications and stuff like that. I'm gonna figure this YouTube thing out one day, y'all. I really am. I'm gonna figure YouTube out. Tommy, what up? What up, Mike? Hey, Mike. While I got you in here, real quick, Mike. So tonight's topic, and Mike, Mike, you probably thought about this before. So the topic for tonight, Mike, was going to be hold up, integrity want to come on too. So Mike, the topic was do when people say, "Oh, you spent too much money. You didn't need to buy $4,500 Staccato XC," but then that same individual that's saying that may have, let's say, 6 Glocks that are modified and kitted crazy, and they're all each one of the Glocks probably after everything was said and done might have cost you 1,200 a piece, and you got 5 of them. So if you would have took the money for 3 of those, you could have bought like a Staccato or something. So that's what we're talking about tonight, Mike. Do y'all think do you think it's worth it for people to or what do you think about the criticism that people have when they say that, but at the same time you have pretty much the same value, you just have it in a lower tier pistol, should I say? Or it don't even have to be pistol, it could be rifles too.
Well, you want to know my take on that, bro?
Go for it.
So I always tell people in the gun world, you get exactly what you pay for. You know, it's a matter of, it's not just a matter of personal preference. It's also a matter of quantity versus quality. You know, you want to have like 6 or 7 guns that may or may not be as reliable to you, or you want to have that one gun that you know will be reliable for you in any aspect of life. You feel me?
This is true.
I could have went and bought like, I don't know, 5 or 6 different type of shotguns for the price of this one right here.
Now you need to drop the make and model.
Yeah.
No, you gotta drop the make and model. We don't know what that
I
is.
just said it, man. Orthos Raider S4.
Oh, okay.
Capital Line Benelli M4 clone.
Charlie, what up, man? Okay, so in your case, you feel you get what you pay for, right?
Right.
So let's take somebody that has a Glock, right? You do some things to it. You modify a trigger. You do some things. You ended up, and let's say most people that had Glocks, you have multiple. So if you're all in modifying a Glock and you're at like 1300, right? But extra few
Right.
hundreds, you could have got a staccato P, right? So what do you think the value is in that if you have three or four Glocks that are all around 12, 1300 all in, but you said it was a waste of money to get an $1,800 staccato or $2,000 staccato?
Well, here's my thing. You can't run four Glocks at the same time, can you?
Mm.
I mean, maybe dual wield and two at a time, but other than that, I mean,
That's why I was like,
but you can't run four at a time at the same time. You feel me?
I got a long trigger finger. We gonna try this?
Yeah, knowing you, you probably try. You know, you probably gonna try that shit too. I ain't gonna hold. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold that on you. You will probably try that.
Yo, what up, man?
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, everybody? Hey, appreciate you for having me on, brother.
Nah, anytime, man.
I don't get on much, but this topic, I run into this shit all the fucking time.
Yes.
And it's different because it's with the night vision. You know, a cat be like, yo, why you paid so much for it? But then you see the motherfucker, he got like 5 ARs. He got 10 ARs. He got 10 ARs and motherfucking 10 blocks. I'm like, bro, you could have turned them goddamn 5 of them ARs or 2 of them ARs into some night vision. But this is the place it comes from. It could come from two different places. The worst one is hate and jealousy.
Yep.
They'll say, why you got this staccato? Why you got, you know, they'll say, you know, why you got that motherfucking Benelli clone? You don't need that. You can do the same thing with a motherfucking Stoker. You know, it's hate and jealousy and envy. The second place is just they cherry ain't been popped right. They ignorant, so they just don't know. Like a lot of times, you see cats like that. They stand in the $500 to $1,000 range, and you know what I'm saying. And like my man said, you get what you pay for. Then when they finally step over to it, that now I get this shit. You know what I mean? This why you got this motherfucking this. They had that aha moment. They just ain't had a aha moment.
Don't knock until you try it.
Yeah, but those two, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it could be both, but then once they had a aha moment, the hate and the jealousy leaves, and then they say, "Okay, now I see why Byron got this motherfucker."
Yeah, because
it makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes people what they do is they think about it like, and Sully, no, I don't have a filter on my face. I don't think so, but I know my banner looking extra red. Maybe I did do something when I started live. I don't know.
Yeah, you do got some type of filter thing happening.
What
Yeah,
the fuck?
your
How?
skin looking all flawless.
Hey,
Your
look,
skin looking
man, let's
flawless.
take it. We got that 4K going on or something. I don't know. But no, I think a lot of times I think is really just one of those things where people don't understand and they don't look at, okay, I'm gonna invest in this, right? And one thing is the difference I think with certain people. If you're a buyer because it was cool, you're always just gonna blow money because you're trying to keep up with somebody that told you this was cool, or you heard this was cool, or you seen this influencer with it, so you want to buy it. And a lot of times people don't really buy stuff based off of what their needs are and for their reality. Like I was thinking about a 2011, but I tell my team all the time, like Regan, no, my 2011 will probably if you got a company that want to see if their 2011 is reliable, ain't nobody gonna beat that thing worse than me. Cause everybody knows I hate cleaning guns. That 2011 is gonna be dirty, and we're gonna see what it's really made for and what it's made of, should I say?
That's why they got one now because they know exactly what it's going to do.
Cause they know, like, but see, if it lasts with me, oh man, that joint will be a lifer for most people.
Well, see, but that's the problem with a lot of 2011s because of the tight tolerances. A grain of sand in that motherfucker, and that shit gonna stop working.
Mm. But then that's another thing too. You gotta This filter shit is crazy. Now I see Tommy saying, "B, you really got a filter on." I don't know how the hell I
Hey
got a
man,
damn filter.
hey Byron, and it's also different levels. Once you say okay, it's different levels to your aha moment.
Oh yeah,
Like, so they might be, they might be fucking with Glock, right? And then they see Byron, they see you with the staccato, and they be like, well, fuck it, let me try the staccato, right? They had that aha moment. Then here go the next aha moment. Let me try that motherfucking Nighthawk.
Mm.
I had that. Like, it was a time I'm like, I can remember a time like, motherfucker, I'm not paying no fucking 4K for no fucking gun. Fuck wrong with you? But then once I had my aha moment, I'm like, okay, I see. Or especially when you train and you fuck with people that really shoot, you know what I mean? Yeah.
yeah. Hola,
Out
LA,
there.
¿cómo estás? It it
Yeah, you gotta.
it really do though. But you know what's funny? I had that moment the other day because me and Sully was talking about this, and Sully was like, "Nah, bro, that Erebus." I said, "Screw the Erebus, bro. It's that alien, bro. The alien is that work. Period." So
Yeah, but that
then,
shit get hot though.
but then this the crazy thing. A buddy of mine's happened to come in with an Atlas Erebus.
Oh shit.
Man, I ain't get to shoot it, but he told me, he said, "You let me know when you want me to bring it. I might meet him at the range one night this week, and shoot it." Uh, my man Dave, this competitive shooter for Atlas, I shot his. I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't know. It wasn't the Erebus though. He had, I don't know, his joint was super hooked up and worked out and fancy. The rounds we was shooting were stupid hot. He loaded them himself. Them joints was like plus P, plus, 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 plus. And that thing was just hot knife through butter smooth. Even when you boom, 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 that joint just don't move. Like
Yeah, that
even when I
same.
was done and the hammer dropped, the gun is just there, like click. I was like, ooh, this thing was
that
good.
gun, that gun say you're not like us, man.
Right, right.
I got I got a question for both of you brothers.
Okay.
When was your aha moment? Like, we all been there, bro. Like, this game, let's be honest, and I'm not dogging on anybody. Yo, whatever you get, whatever you work. When I see people with firearms, I don't give a fuck what the manufacturer is. I see hardworking people, and you bought what you wanted and what you can afford. Because let's be honest, man, this game is about what's in your wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Timing. Because none of us are Bill fucking Gates. You know what I'm saying?
At all.
But with that said, what was your fellas aha moment that you like, you know, man, okay, now I see the light.
All right. My aha moment actually came recently when we was at the industry range there at SHOT Show. So I always talked about why, HK guns, were so damn expensive until I finally got my hands on one. The HK MR556 rifle. So it's like a $5,000 rifle. And I'm just like, why the hell would I want to pay $5,000 for this when I could pay $1,000 for this and it shoots the same caliber? I mean, I wasn't like knocking it at all. I was just wondering why it cost so much until I finally got my hands on one. I actually posted a YouTube video about it, and I was like, damn. It made sense why it cost so much because of the features that it has. It's loaded. Out the box, it is a fully loaded rifle, just ready to go. You don't have to do anything to it. You don't have to add anything to it.
Nothing.
Complete
Mm-hmm.
anti controls, adjustable gas block, just everything. You don't have to do anything to it, for real, for real.
Trigger, hand guard, nothing.
It was
See,
perfect.
I think my
You know?
high moment was years ago because I ran Glock for so long. Um, and it was like Striker Fire was the end all be all for me for a minute. And then a couple years in, I tried a SIG 226. And I said, oh, this motherfucker
Mm,
right here.
she
I,
different.
I said, Hammer Fire might be on to something. So I stopped running Glocks for like a year. I wouldn't even touch them. I was just all SIG work. So then I'm like, oh, this is decent. So then when I started coming back with the Striker Fire to just explore and kind of see what else is out there, what up, YouTube? Then I started getting into stuff to HKVP9. I'm like, oh, this thing is sweet right out of the box. The trigger is frisky. I like that. And then so then I started doing stuff. I will say one of the biggest aha moments of modifications. I was hanging out with Taryn from Taryn Tactical, and I ran everything. And at first, like, man, why do people spend this much money on these guns? When I was over there hanging out and I shot everything, I understand. Cause I'm like, oh, this I got a Glock 19. I went to shoot that thing. I was like, this is not your regular Glock 19. This thing is, but it's like I think when you experience stuff, then it's like it opens up your mind of what you're paying for. It's like if you see a regular stock, uh, let's say I don't know, you see a little stock Toyota Supra. You like, that's all right. Then you see one hooked up, you like, oh, I didn't know they come in like this. I might have to try me a Supra. Because when you see the modifications and how it makes hard things easy, like that's what like with the 2011 and the staccatos, right? I know people that if you take that staccato and they look like they're great. Take the staccato, you put a Glock in their hand, the HK in their hands. Suddenly, they're super average at best. So I think a lot of stuff where it's dope to have people up there. It's good to be up here, right? But I think everybody needs to be well rounded. Like the same way I could pick up and run that Atlas, that staccato, that Sand Viper. I can still run that. I can still run a Glock. I can run a HK.
Facts.
You just
Facts.
you got to be well rounded. And I think one of the biggest things for me is quality. Like I was at the gun range earlier today. This guy was like, "Hey man, I'm looking into a Taurus." I was like, "Man, don't get a Taurus." I was like, "Save up some money, get at least get you a Candy." I was like, or a Glock or something like that, HK. And he was like, "Yeah, man, what's wrong with the Taurus?" And everybody else in the gun show was like, "Oh, people don't buy it. It's the hood special because it's cheap. Everybody's like, it's cheap, 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 cheap." And I'm like, "Nah, not really." I was like, "I seen them fail." And then everybody in the shops kind of messing around, poking fun at me. And I'm like, "Listen, I'm telling you because I seen these guns go down while I'm conducting a training class. They're talking about what they thinking, what they're saying. I've seen these physically go down when somebody's in my class. I had students that are sitting up there, and I'm like, well, man, all right, everybody reload, put some oil in your gun. Still having issues. I'm like,
You seen it firsthand, and you probably seen it numerous times.
mm-hmm.
Not
And
just one time, not two times, numerous times.
exactly. That was like somebody told me one time I had with my corporate client. Everybody brought their guns in for the range day. And I said, bro, I said, you messing with me, huh? I said, somebody else told you to play with me and you're punking me. He said, what you mean? I said, bro, it's not a high point in there. He said, yes, it is. So I'm laughing, and the people in the class laughing. I was like, no, he's fucking with me. I was like, they set him up. This cool. He pulls out, and it's really a high point. I said, bro, stop playing. What's your real gun? He said, this is it, man. He said, this is a good gun. I said, that's the guy. That's what the guy told you when you bought this. He said, he told you this high point right here, it's gonna get you good. He said, that's exactly. He said it's a good gun. I said, yeah, he seen you coming. When he was able to put that brick in your hand, and you was like, this ain't bad. And it's affordable. He said, I got one. In the cartoon, you would have turned into a sucker. Like,
But
and he told
they
me how
say,
great
Byron,
that was.
start a gun.
He,
Start a gun. It's a great starter gun.
yeah, I will say it for that, because if you get your fundamentals right on that brick, when you go to everything else, you gonna be ready.
Yo, Byron,
What's up?
somebody want to say what up. He said, you talking to Byron the instructor? How do you know Byron? You saw what? You seen him at the shoot.
Oh, what's up, man? What's up with you? We gotta come down there, man. Get some range time in, man. When we just had some fun, man.
say you got to come down there. You have some range time. But yo, we'll be at the NRA joint in Atlanta.
Yo, you know what? I gotta I'm gonna have to hit you up then because we're um we're probably gonna dip off one of those days and just go to the range and get some stuff for we're gonna do some content for 2A Summerfest and all of that. Cause you know we bringing that back up
Yeah,
in June, so
yeah. I'm planning to because I couldn't make it last year, but I'll definitely be there.
yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
But you
I
know what? You know what? Something else.
what?
You know something else though. What you said. A lot of times people get in their feelings when you tell them the truth, and it's not that they try. You got to tiptoe around it. I mean,
Facts.
I don't. You know what I'm saying? That they don't make band-aids for your fucking feelings, but it's not that I'm ripping you down. It's just that we're trying to make you the best you can be and try to, you get the best bang for your buck and you get quality. And we're trying to build you up. And the people that can take the I wouldn't say the criticism, I would say the truth, they make in their tool choice, it becomes better. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
somebody on
Yeah.
YouTube, Big Ball Holding Company said people get caught up in price and can't shoot. And that you know what that's a fact. Because
That's true. That's
I
true.
seen this one guy,
Yeah.
this dude had easy. He came in like 15K with guns. He had a Scar kitted up. And I mean the Scar at the time was probably like 3,500 for a grand. He had that. He had the EOTech with the magnifier. He had a suppressor on it. The cam was like 1,200. Kitted. He had his little Beretta ears, his little Beretta shirt. He had another AR with an EOTech on it, suppressor. Like main man was there with a good 14, 15K with guns and equipment and optics and suppressors and all of that. I seen this dude shoot and I'm like, what's wrong with him? And I
So
came
you
out,
looked the
he
part.
said, I don't know what's going on. He said, I'm trying to hit my rifle, just not doing it. So I said, okay. I pick it up, I shoot it, boom. Okay. So understanding how the EOTech works, I adjust, shoot, boom, hit the X. Boom, hit the X. He's like, wait, what did you do? I said, I adjusted for wherever you set this up to be. He was like, I didn't set it up to be anywhere. I just put it on the gun. I said, that's not how this works. And
Right.
I'm like, you mean to tell me none of these optics are zeroed? Or he's like, nah, I just put them on. I'm like, that's why you out here looking like you shooting a shotgun. I get it now. It all makes sense.
You'll
But
find it's like it remind me of the cats when you play ball. The motherfucker come to the basketball court. That bitch got the Michael Jordan jersey on. He got the Michael Jordan shirts on. He got the motherfucking Chicago socks on, and he got the Jordans on his feet. And that joker shoot his first free throw, miss the ground,
yep.
miss everything.
It's like a catfish. You see them dudes come in the range, they kidded you. Oh he got one head. You see him shoot like mm.
He looked the
But
part.
then,
He wasn't
yeah,
it.
but then too now, but it all depends on what circles you run into, because there's some circles out here, cats holding fuck 15. They got 15, 20, $30,000 worth of shit, and they'll run circles around your ass.
Mm-hmm.
So you just can't lean on that. You see that a lot. A lot of cats say that, but that's in that circle. Now you got other circles, bro. They holding it, but guess what? They also holding a high skill. You know what I mean? It
Yep.
can go both ways. You know what I mean?
100%. Because I didn't
That's
seen
why we.
people. I didn't
See,
seen
that's why we
people
could see you shoot.
that might have had. And this is the thing. That's why I always like. I like to get a feels. And I mean, once you and this is the one thing, man. When you go to a lot of these range events and range days, you start to notice. You start to notice who was using that Instagram magic
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and who could really shoot a little bit.
Yo,
Yeah, like your editing skills is on point, but your shooting ain't.
yo,
Right.
yo. I ain't gonna say, of course we ain't gonna say it. I went, I'd have been with a few people, bruh. I take my two boys, and I'm like,
And the boys is
man,
giving
this
them that
shit so
work.
fleet. I'm talking about 10, 12 years old, getting on that work. But I'm gonna tell you though, one cat I shot with. it's two people I shot with that I say they name, they was legit. And that was goddamn Juan and damn Soji.
Listen,
They on
listen,
fleet.
listen. Wine is the alien. Like wine just sits and practices. Like I seen him do 100-yard shot from holster and was around like a second. He might have went under the second time or third. Each one was a hit though. But yeah, him and Soji, I don't
put in that work.
I don't know what type of boot camp he put Soji in, but Soji is mean. Soji is vicious.
She vicious.
And I love it because people see Soji walking around, they want to give her the oh little girl, oh, cute. Oh, let me show you how to do this. And Soji, the funny part is Soji never says anything. She'll be like, oh, okay. She'll let you do all of that, load the gun and do all of that. And then hold it. And then she'll start picking it. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, so you just want to put it in your shoulder. Soji will start getting that stance like this. And they like, I get a thumbs down. What the hell? I guess it ain't like what I said. So Soji getting in, they like, oh yeah, you know how to hold this perfect. So you start running that thing, they be like, oh well, I ain't hit the steel that many times, so I guess I probably shouldn't have been telling her anything. And Soji be out there running that joint. They just like, oh my god, she's fine. You just leave her alone. She alright.
Yeah, Sully, I used to try to want to build my collection too, but then I started falling into the realm of quality over quantity.
Oh, emotional purchase. Somebody said emotional purchases. And this is the thing too. Yo, Jose K, what up, man?
This is my emotional support weapon right here.
We said
You
my
love that
boy.
shotgun. You love that
Goddamn
shotgun.
right.
Look, let me show you something. Look, I'm an old head. Let me show you this shotgun I got when I was 5 years old.
Really? What you got for? Ooh.
Oh
I
man,
done had this shot. I'm an old head. I had this shotgun for over 40 years, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Look, this is what my dad. Everybody else had semi-autos. They had the Brown and A5s. They had the semi-auto. He used to give me fucking
we got some
free shit.
fire guns going on Instagram, but we can't show them on YouTube, y'all. So
You know what I mean?
no strap check for me.
That's what I got started on.
Nice.
Single shot. But I say that to say this. I say that to say it's good that people are starting somewhere, and when they grow,
100%.
they're gonna appreciate what they got.
100%.
They're not gonna take it for granted. So we're definitely not knocking anybody because things are expensive. It's hard to get these damn dead presidents. So when you get them, I can't knock you, spend them wisely, but it's good to start somewhere.
Oh yeah.
But look, fellas, I got to rock and roll, man. I got to get on that grind tomorrow.
I gotta get with you, man. I remember you been told me to hit you up, man. I'm still not in the night vision game. I gotta get right. I'm glad I just said that to you though, and I'm glad you said night vision. Cause I gotta send an email tomorrow because somebody was supposed to be sending me the night vision optic and I haven't heard from yet, so I'm about to send that back out. But the goggles is definitely across all platforms. And my battle rifle is ready. I just need some knives to finish the package. I got the helmet, got the Air Pro on the helmet, got the gas mask.
Are you want to go with monos or binoculars?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know the difference. See this, and see,
See,
I'm glad you asked me that because people need to stop trying to be so in a ego to say I don't know. Now I know a lot about a lot of stuff, but when it comes to knives,
I'm the same way.
all I know is when I put them, I just want to be able to see. I know the clarity is different, but I don't know what the difference is.
Man, I gotta tell people messed up when I first started. Matter of fact, Juan hand walked me through it. He was a great resource. But when I say I messed up is I went with the binos because I thought it was gonna be and also I went to what against what Juan told me. Try out the binoculars. I spent a little more for the binos, but when I quickly realized that with the binos, you can flip them, you can articulate one up and turn them into monos and just use one if you want to. So in the
Mm-hmm.
process of doing that and getting training, I quickly found out that I was good at it, and my eyes was it adjusted well. So I tell people,
What's up, Paul?
don't just don't get binos. If you can go the monocular route, bro, it's nothing you can't do with the monocular with a bino that you can't do with a monocular, and you'll save a ton of fucking money.
Oh, see, that's why I gotta talk to you, Paul. I was just talking about you too. I was just talking. I was like, yeah, my man had this Atlas Erebus, man. It was a game changer. Paul, we got to set it up so I can actually test drive that baby
All right, well, look, fellas, man. Hey, Brian, thanks for having me on, man. Hey, Bella,
anytime.
I always love to chopping it up with you, brother.
You
For
already
sure.
know. It's always a pleasure. You know, we definitely got to link it NRA, man.
Hey, I see you there. All right,
I
John
bet.
Land. Y'all be
I see
good.
you at the Summerfest, brother.
Yes, sir. All right.
All right. So what's all you talking about? The effing scar. The scar is dope. Um.
Like, like I said, it's not just a matter of price; it's also a matter of personal preference. See,
Well, it's
here's the
personal
reason why.
preference too, but you know what I think is really important? Because I think when it comes to your budget and allocating funds, right? You have people that try to keep up with the Joneses, right? And now you listen to what your buddy did and you went and bought the Staccato XC. Now you have no money to take a class, you have no money to train.
You have no money
So,
to buy
in,
ammo.
in my opinion, you were better off with the Glock starting off at a couple hundred, get you in a class to learn how to really utilize and run this Glock, and then put them coins to the side and then get you the Staccato. Because I see a lot of people that'll grab some stuff. Um, yeah, Paul. Listen, man. These next few evenings, I know me and Rip is going. We got to go to the event. We sliding out Friday, so I'm gonna be there Friday. But you let me know any other day, Paul. I know you said it had to be at the 5:30 or 6, but you let me know, man. I'm there. That Atlas, man. That thing was woo. Man, listen, you ain't never touched that Atlas Erebus, man. Smooth is an understatement. I didn't shoot it yet, but just racking it, like I air racked it. My man Paul was like, "You didn't even have to do it that hard." That thing was so smooth, it was crazy.
Or, Bill, you want to know the story behind why I bought this particular shotgun?
Oh, what made you get that one?
All right, now a lot of people will say that $1,500 for a shotgun is mad expensive, and in some aspects, I agree. Some, but the reason why I bought this particular model was because imagine if you were to buy the actual Benelli, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's already $1,800 just for the base model Benelli. It don't have the collapsible stock. It don't have nothing. It's just base model Benelli M4. Then you have to get it, 922 compliant, which means you have to replace 4 parts with American-made parts: bolt, trigger, stock, magazine tube. You're already looking at another $1,500 doing that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then you got all the bells and whistles. Like this has fiber optic ghost ring sights. Got a ported barrel. Yeah. Got 7-round magazine tube. Got an M-lock handguard. Like pretty much anything and everything you want. And you even got a cheek riser and a collapsible stop.
Nah, that's lit. That's
So,
definitely lit.
so for the price of about $45 to $5,000 to get a Benelli M4 to look exactly like this, I got everything I wanted and everything I would want to do to a Benelli M4 for literally a third the cost. So
Well,
while $1,500 may seem expensive, this was actually a steal of a deal. So,
Big Ball
like I
Holding said,
said,
"I'm not paying 6K." He said he shot the Athena. Man, listen, I'm not gonna lie. So my man Paul, like he collect. Paul has a great collection from. Paul has like historic guns, like a real Nazi German Luger, like
Okay.
that came in the bag and all of that stuff. Like so, Paul has a lot of guns, but this is the difference too. Paul absolutely trains too. Like you know what I mean? So that's what I think people forget. And I think sometimes you get these guns like the Athenas, the aliens, and all of that. And what about training? What can you do? Because we know the gun is great, right? But if you put me in a Ferrari, that don't mean I'm gonna win the race. If I don't know about switching gears, a person that
Right.
really knows how to race and run a stick, they gonna cook me and I'm gonna be looking stupid. Like, yo, bull
Yeah.
beat you in a super? You was in a Ferrari, dummy. Didn't know how to run it. And it's certain things, Grant Educator, what up? It's certain things that you have to definitely adjust with certain guns. Like I told people, when we was at Jack of All Trades event in November, I lost a shooting competition to red wine.
I
And
remember.
you know how?
I
Because I was
remember.
running the striker fire the whole night. So when we switched guns and I'm running his staccato P and he's running my 19X. Now don't get me wrong, my 19X trigger is a performance trigger that's polished and a little razzle dazzle. But I went to as I pressed out, I went to prep the trigger and the joint went off. And I'm like, I'm shooting the staccato. Because in my mind, I'm still on what I was just shooting. So I know I got a
Right.
little prep room. Nah, prep bang. It wasn't no prep. That joint just said boom. I said, dang. And that's how he beat me. Cause as I was in my press out, now I hit the target, but it wasn't in the rings that we allocated.
Yeah.
Joe, what up, man? What up, Joe?
It wasn't an alpha, right? It was like a Charlie or something like that.
Yeah. Training is definitely the most essential part of all of this.
But you
Now
want to know what the muscle be? It was
what?
that one shot that made you lose because you was perfect with every other shot, though, too.
Yeah. Um and this you know what I will say? I give we're all the team. Me and Redwine will grind each other up because he's team Canic and everything but Glock. He was
Right.
so happy I lost, but you know what? Even in that loss, it was a win. You know why? Because I said Redwine, what you win with? A Glock. I know he ain't like that. Oh man, my guy Paul just sent me a picture. Paul's collection is
Oh
crazy.
man.
How most people have guns, Paul had. I just seen the picture. He has a whole safe with nothing but ammo. A big safe, just ammo, just blocked off. Let me
See, that's what
see.
I need.
Oh yeah, Rip Combat to do something to it, man. Look, see, he touched Sully gun. Sully said, "Yo, I don't know what he did to this thing."
Still ain't know how to act.
Look, he told me. He said, "Let Sully mess with it, and then let Sully know I haven't added anything to his staccato. This is exactly the part." I said, yo, bro. Sully was like, I don't know what he did, bro. What he do? I said, nothing. Those are all of the parts that was in your staccato. He's like, I know you fucking lying. Nah. He's like, bro, this motherfucker is smooth. He's like, I don't know what he polished, but this thing is smooth. I said, yeah. No, facts, Paul. Paul's on the YouTube. We said the guns don't work unless you had ammo for them. I was just telling him, Paul, that you sent me a picture, and I'm like, oh no, he got a safe filled with ammo. Paul, I gotta get you on Mindset Monday one night on Instagram, man. Paul's I know a lot of people with a wide variety of guns and might have a nice collection. Paul's collection, you gonna get it come with a history lesson. because
But you
Paul
know what
has
else though?
that much of a spread.
You know what though? Guns with historical value also what's the word I'm looking for? They increase in value.
Oh, 100%. And Paul has all of his working. That's gonna be on the YouTube. So if y'all ain't following the YouTube, go follow the YouTube. Cause me and
Yeah,
Paul
they
gonna link up,
working.
and me and Paul gonna go out. We're gonna bring out some of the old schools, and we're gonna be talking
Actually,
about them and shooting them.
I actually knew somebody that had a cult dragoon. You know what that is?
We got Joker that just tapped in. I happen to look over. All I see is Sully Gang Adventures.
Yeah, I knew somebody that had a Colt Dragoon. It is a revolver chambered in 44 Magnum, and it was made back in the mid to late 1800s, and it still works.
It was a
He
what you
said,
say? A cult?
"Yeah, Colt Dragoon. You can look it up.
A cult
Beautiful gun.
dragoon.
Yeah, it's a beautiful gun. Beautiful.
A cult dragoon. That sounds so familiar. I don't know why. I'm thinking I might have seen somebody with one.
You definitely have seen one. If you look up a picture of it, it'll definitely hit you.
I gotta check that
Yeah,
one
you
out.
recognize it immediately. But yeah, the time when I saw him with it, he said that gun was worth about 15K.
Oh yeah, they could get up there for sure. I
Yeah, he
mean,
said because it was functional and it works. And guess what? You don't have to transfer anything. No background check or nothing. Because it was made before 1898, you can just sell it to somebody without a background check. No 4473 required.
that's wild. I mean, this old gun. I mean, you could sell that, but you got to get somebody that's like really into that, that's gonna maintain it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So Sully said, "What's a great beginner rifle, pistol, and shotgun?" And this is for me, pistol, a Glock.
Okay, well wait. As far as beginner, are we talking about like budget wise too, or what? Like what are the parameters?
I guess it's kind of bland, but so we're gonna talk best entry level pistol will be a Canic probably, and then you bump that up, spend a little bit more money, get you a Glock. And I tell people this all the time. I've never seen anybody run a Canic and do a lot of. It's probably online. I just never looked it up. I'm sure they got torture test videos with like Canics and stuff. But like I tell people, I might be partial because Glock has saved my life. But at the end of the day, I've known what I've done to a Glock. It wasn't what some YouTuber told you and the cuts this and the cuts that. Because like I said, when my man Integrity was on here, we know about that YouTube magic, and you thinking he just pulling the gun about the mud or whatever the case may be. Whole time he didn't cleaned it to make sure that joint was gonna fire when that cut come back. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's good for videos, but if people want to spend their money on something, I feel as though they should know what it is. Like when I was dropping the videos with the BCA AR-15, and that's the Bear Creek Arsenal, and people were like, "I can't believe they must have paid him. He's an influencer. Bear Creek is not
If
good." Well, I
if they
might
knew
have,
you, they wouldn't have been talking all that shit.
but see, listen,
I'm just saying.
I've ran that Bear Creek semi-auto turbo a lot. I've let other people run that thing turbo. How come it ain't break? You wanted to talk about the $450 rifle, but it's still running.
Yeah.
Ain't had no issue.
There's a difference between cheap gun and a value gun.
Exactly. And I think people just get confused sometimes based off of what they hear, what other people are saying. And like I even said this at the gun shop. Like they're like, "Oh no, buy don't listen, I'll buy her." And da, 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 da. I said, "Bro, I got way more rounds downrange than you. What are we talking about?" He said, "Yeah, you do." And I said, "I'm sure I've shot way more guns than you." So I'm saying this because I've shot a plethora of handguns. from the cheapest to the cheap to some of the most expensive.
Right on.
And
All
the
right, so he
guy,
said, 500, under 500 for each. All right. So
damn,
here's what I would go with.
under 500, I get
So
a used Glock.
yeah, I would go used Glock, a used Glock 19 for the pistol. I would probably say Palmetto State Armory AR-15 because you can get one of those for under
Ooh.
500.
Oh yeah, Paul
And
just said 1848 to 1860 ish. The Colt
yeah, Colt Dragoon.
the Colt Dragoon. Yeah, listen, man. When it comes to them older guns like that, Paul's that guy.
Well, that's why I mentioned it because I knew he was going to look it up. I knew he
Yeah.
knew something about it.
Listen, no. One day I was at the range. Paul had all of these old school Jones out. It made me want to go get me one of them old colonial costumes before I shoot it. Come on the screen, me and Paul. Paul, I might see if I can find me one. Me and Paul, I'm gonna be in character the whole time.
Yeah, meet him at Gettysburg.
Right.
Yeah, and my third entry level gun for the shotgun, I would say go with the Dickinson tactical shotgun, pump action. That was actually my first shotgun.
Fern 2A Vault, what's up?
I went for
Five
like $200,
hundred.
but it was great though. I loved it. Trying to get me another one when he back in stock.
He said, Sully said 500. Get you a used Glock. If you can't find the used Glock for that
Get a PSA
500
dagger.
price point,
Get a Palmetto State Armory dagger.
now I can't say I'm sold on that. Now, price point, yes. But and the reason I say I can't sign off on it is because I haven't ran it. And people say,
Well,
oh
I'm
well,
saying it because I ran it. I'm not just going to give you a gun because the price point or whatever. I'm talking about guns that I myself have ran personally.
no, I know no, I'm saying that's why I figured you signed off on it. I'm just saying I can't because for
Right,
me,
Mom?
I ain't running. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it was an honorable mention. I ain't even get that. I was gonna say, um, because it's a difference, bro. We really shoot guns. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh yeah.
Paul and Rip was laughing. Went up there. I was like, yo, I just need you to do this. My man Rip is so used to me running guns hard. He put gloves on. He put one glove on to put a hand stop. If your friends don't put on latex gloves to touch your guns, you don't shoot enough, my friend. Just like that. You know what I mean? For $500, man. Honestly, if we have to go handgun, it'll probably be a Canet or a used Glock. Um, Rifle. Um, I would probably go with the Bear Creek Arsenal AR-15 because I'm surprised. Because I'm not gonna lie, when I know what the price point is, and I'm like, man, I don't know if this thing will take the beat, and I'm gonna put on it. And to this day, I have not cleaned it. I've been running it suppressed and semi-auto turbo.
Yeah,
And
a lot of people like mentally or automatically mentally equate price to functionality.
nah, a lot of times price does have to do with performance, right? But
Yeah,
at
but
the
not
same
always.
time, we have no. I think price has a lot to do with performance, right? But we always have this. The thing people try and get in these lanes to be cool, but it's not your thing. Yep. Oh, see, Paul said his will be a used Glock 19. Told y'all a Rock Island 5.56 and a Mossberg 590. I was definitely gonna go with the Mossberg too, because I know them things is tanks and they're cheap. And for the 5.56, I definitely would go to Bear Creek Arsenal just because I've beat on that and it just takes it. It was like, don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. When he hit his grandma, she flipped over the counter. To see you later, grandma. She got it, was like, you still hit like a bitch.
still thinking about that damn skit we did at Shot Show.
Yo, bro, that's the biggest. I think that's the biggest, the most viewed video I dropped so far.
Yo, man.
Yo, we might have to bring another episode to that when we go down here for NRA. Because I ain't, bro, that literally is the most viewed. If it's not, and because I pinned it, so it's right there is one of the first things.
Right.
And I wasn't really pinning videos like that. That's probably the most viewed video on my IG. And I think it got like 105K.
Yeah, Shayna was a good sport for helping us out with that video, too.
Yo.
But I knew she would. I knew she was going to be with it.
Yo.
I knew it.
Bro, no, you know what? Those two skits, I think those two skits combined are probably like 130K. Those two combined. Right. But I know that the one with Shayna definitely is over 100. That's like 105. Like, yo, when I say Shayna looked out, bro, we had it all put together. She just said, you missing something. Whipped cream, cherry on top. Now it's ready to serve. And she did that John so flawless. That was great. She gonna be there. We're gonna find something else to do with her.
Okay.
And it's like my man worked there. So it's gonna be fun because he's gonna be there at their booth. So we gotta come up with. We need to brainstorm now because we might have to bring the character back from Summerfest.
Which one?
Your character. I don't know. We might have to name him, but we got to do something different. Like get some fake blood and had like fake blood on the T-shirt or something. That there was that color.
Oh man. Oh man.
Had something crazy like have him wake up some random place. We're gonna figure it out because if we go to the pit, we got like the trees, like he just wake up in the middle of nowhere, like.
I didn't even sign up for the NRA, John, though.
Wait, was you going?
I thought about it, but I don't know how my schedule looking though.
I was about to say that joint is in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it because scheduling and everything. So, but I knew that like beforehand too. So.
I just got
to brainstorm on the skit though.
Huh?
I said I still help you brainstorm on the skit because I know we definitely doing one for Summerfest.
Bro, I'm mad you're not gonna be down there because this was ample time. We gonna have the whole range to ourselves.
Yeah, life happens, man. So we say you driving down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that Shadow Systems, man. Listen, Shadow Systems is definitely legit, and everybody knows I'm a Glock guy. Shadow Systems is everything that Glock should have evolved to, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know how Glock is. They like, if it ain't broke, they ain't gonna fix it. You feel me?
But people got to realize also, right? It makes sense. But you got to look at it when you're the Titan. Glock isn't worried about, oh, we got to do this. We got to switch up. We got to keep up. Bro, we Glock. You understand? We Glock. 85% of government and police entities are running a Glock. So they like, okay, you don't like the finger grooves. All right, let's take care of that. Josh, what up, man? Hey, Josh, you ain't called me, man. I don't think you called me.
Oh, did you hear what Glock is doing though too?
Oh, Glock is discontinuing a lot of guns.
Over 100 different models.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they're about to do away with everything that's not MOS. And they're about to go strictly MOS, which makes sense because that's where we're headed.
Right. That makes sense to me. But they're also doing away with a lot of the calibers that people don't even run anymore, like B57 SIG, 45 GAP, and all that other stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, but they should have been to that. And I get it, Glock
Yeah.
is Glock, so they wanted to keep manufacturing, but it's a loss. But if people not doing it now, they're like, okay, cool, we're gonna get rid of this, get rid of that. Um, but I think it's definitely one of those things, man. We gotta. Glock was the Titan. Glock is still the Titan. Cause think about it, when everybody's like, oh, this gun is cool. What is the Dagger modeled off? Glock. What is the M&P modeled off with modifications? Glock. You know what I mean? Glock was already the status quo. You know what I mean? So it's like they're not trying to get in and have to keep up. Cause as far as they're concerned, they're still the bar. Now I did hear a little birdie tell me about something that Glock is dropping, and I think it's gonna be a game changer.
What, a Generation 6?
Nah, I don't think they're doing a Gen 6.
I mean, what
No,
else
I
can they
mean
do?
they're definitely probably gonna do a Gen 6. I don't know if I could talk about it.
Then
All
don't.
all I know is it was something they had in Austria. It's gonna be pretty fucking amazing.
Wait, I think I know. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. I saw it at EWA, the European Shot Show.
It's going to be good, very good. And yeah, everyone compares to Glock. Like, so Glock, look, Glock isn't like they're not comparing. Oh, this is everything is like. What is every new gun? We got the Glock Killer. What was it? The Ruger RX or what the hell is that gun?
Anything that pretty much take Glock mags nowadays, because they're like the most readily available magazines in the world. So why not make a gun that takes their mags?
I mean, Glock is the bar. People reach to compete and imitate the Glock. The Glock is just there. They're solidified. It's just one of them things. Yeah, the RXM. That's what it was. The RXM. I couldn't think of the name of that damn thing. But once again, that looks like a Glock too. So it's like all of these guns dropping, but they all are because Glock let the patent drop.
Yeah. A lot of
Oh,
companies
okay,
let their
okay.
patents expire too.
Hey Josh, everything good or something crazy? It's good news, bad news, man. You had me worried. I'm like, oh boy,
You know the patent for the MP7 expired too, right?
that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's another thing that's like, and you gotta check certain things out. Like somebody's like, oh man, I seen the HK man, and some people that matters to some people. Um, like when Red Chris, what up, Chris? Chris, we need you at that 2A Summerfest, Juneteenth to June 21st. Um, damn, I forgot what platform I was about to talk about. YouTube. I'm surprised. YouTube was actually doing a little something, something tonight. YouTube stepping up. Oh no! I knew that, Josh. I knew that. I knew that for sure. MP7 is overrated. A lot of people saying that. Oh, you out in Houston? Oh, the M18X. Oh yeah, say less. I'm supposed to be coming out the Texas. I just gotta see when. We're gonna be all over Texas.
Well, I haven't fired at MP7, but I'm over UMP guy myself.
That's the type of stuff Tyreek do. He like to be the opposite. I said, yeah, got this scorpion. He said, boy, I got this strybog. It's like, we agree on Glocks, though. We agree on Glocks.
I actually prefer the Scorpion over Strybog though, for real, for real. But they do got Strybogs that take Scorpion mags now too.
Well, I prefer the Wraithworks overall.
They also got a roller delayed Strybog out now too. So
Yeah, the Wraithworks is roller delayed blowback. It's great. It's a great damn gun. I can't complain.
yeah, I remember I was talking to John from Wraithworks, and he was telling me about something they got coming out with. I don't know if I can say much about it because it was more on a hush hush, but yeah, they said they got some stuff coming out, and I can't wait for it.
It's a lot of good things, man. I gotta reach back. I want to see what's up with that Kimber. But this the one when I heard when me and Tactical Carl talk, and he said, "Nah, bro, that thing is legit." I believe it because I know Carl beat on that gun, and when the gun was hot and had enough, Carl ran it like for another hour. So that I mean, we shot the 2011 Kimber. That thing was, oh man, it was sweet.
So big ball, you got to know where and how to shop, brother. For 45 ACP, you got to know where and how to shop. It's all about who you know and where they at. I can get a bunch of 45 ACP ammo. I just don't have anything to run it right now.
It's interesting. This is my thing. I was hanging out. Everybody know, I was all these events with AAC, and one of the first times, I think it was the Tyrant 45. No, I don't think it was the Tyrant 45, and it was on the FNX Tactical. It's like if you're gonna do 45, you gotta go, huh?
You got to do it right.
Yeah, you gotta go and do it right. And you gotta add the hush puppy, that's mandatory.
That's honestly what the 45 was designed for.
I
Even
tell people,
before suppressors was a thing, it was designed to be suppressed.
I mean, it's just one of them things though. Yup. Yup. GunCon 2023. Yo, man, the innovation has been crazy, man. AAC with the Illusion 9. So you could actually shoot it with regular Glock sights. Because this you could actually twist the suppressor. It's crazy. It's one of the ones. People think it's a game, you missing out. It's one of them ones.
Right.
But it's like if I'm gonna do 45, I have to do 45 in the FNX Tactical, and I gotta have the Tyrant 45 on there.
Or do what I did and have it on the UMP 45.
Nah, facts, Josh. That was before we knew each other. Was you there though? I think I remember seeing Colin there. Maybe he wasn't. I don't know. Subsonic is everything, man. You gotta have those hush puppies, man. You gotta have the hush puppies. It's mandatory.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Got a lot of other shit I got to pay for, but I'm working on it. I ain't got the hookup like you, Byron.
Man, listen. Some of the hookup might have expired, man. People, these companies out here messing stuff up, man. New people trying to come in and rewrite the rules of what works. Yeah, it was wait. Was his name Josh too or no? What was his name? I can't remember, but that's what I think we talking about, Josh. That dude, because I remember you saying he not with y'all no more.
Yeah, because you can't do jack squat in Maryland, especially in the DC area.
Yeah, man. Get you to a suppressor state, man. Jimmy, what up, man? Oh, we ain't go. Nah, that's fake, Josh. Yeah, it was. It's like Jeremy or something.
Yeah, I was trying to tell everybody that the place Silencer Central is doing a free tax stamp thing. It's over on the 15th. You buy certain suppressors, they'll waive the $20 tax stamp. You get a tax stamp, but they'll waive the fee. I mean,
Yep. So usually what they'll do is they'll take $200 off of your suppressor.
pretty much, which is a big deal.
Yep, because you can use that on ammo.
Goddamn right. Oh, you in Delaware? Yeah, that's even worse. You can't have a magazine that has more than 17 rounds in Delaware.
If
And
if if
AR-15 is pretty much
if
banned.
if you have your concealed carry, you're good. Which is crazy, but
Yeah, but to get one of those, the hoops you got to go through, because my cousins live in Delaware, and he said there's a whole bunch of BS you got to go through to get that.
it's Delaware isn't as bad. I mean, it sucks that
Maybe
you
not
got.
now.
I
After
mean,
ruining
it's
it,
still invasive. It's really invasive because you had to put your you got to put your address in the paper.
which is wild. Why do I need to tell people where I
He
live?
said we don't let friends buy Silencer Central. Yeah, the SOT is that word.
Yeah, I would still rather that you move to a more gun-friendly state, though.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I think did I ever get nah. Nah, that's right. I did. I agreed on the Mossberg. For the rifle, it was the Bear Creek Arsenal. And for the handgun, it was a used Glock or maybe a cannon. I ever had the back of your shoulder. It's like you gotta do some magic stretching exercise to even get it. It's crazy. Rifle work, a ban on assault weapons. Yeah. So this is the thing, right?
I would love for someone to define an assault weapon.
It needs help. I should post this old video I found about assault weapons. And my man said he's like they were loaded up. He said these have these incendiary rounds. So when they hit, they just blow up. I'm like, what? Not that. About to cop my first cannon. Yo, these Texas, it's crazy. Delaware is a little different, man. Delaware is a little different. I mean, they don't ban your magazine capacity or limit you to 17. If you got your CCW, you can get more, but personal preference. YouTube, what it do, man? What do it do, YouTube? He said, come on over to NC. Hey, man, look, he said we're moving in 2 years. That's one, I mean, that's one of the things you always got to think about when you see a good deal on property. You got to look at, well, what am I really interested in?
If you moving to NC, I know the perfect realtor for you too.
NC. I know the perfect realtor for him too.
I think we both talking about the same person, B.
Mm-hmm. You go ahead, let him know. Let him know. You ever try and crack a knuckle and it just don't work the way that you?
Yeah. It was good, Lou.
Yeah. Big 762. Lou. Put some respect on it.
So Lou asked too. We talking about our girl LaShonda.
Oh yeah. Yeah, everything is going up, man, with these stupid tariffs. And people thought, oh, yeah, it's gonna be okay. You don't understand, bro. You go around your house, it's gonna be a lot made in China. People are like, yeah, I don't care. I don't care. Okay. You don't care that them Jordans stop dropping.
Or they're going to double in price.
Then everybody gonna be out here robbing. Like, what? It get real. I
Right.
remember back in the day, man, when the Penny Hardaway's first came out. Them joints was like 180, and at that time, that was like the most expensive shoe ever.
Actually, no, they were 210. And they was the only sneakers that was more expensive than Jordans. Jordan saw that, then the price on them went up, and it never went back down. Damn phone positives, man. That's what killed us.
The
You
phone
got
pot.
people paying.
I still want those original phone posits, the black and blue. If you in here or y'all over here and y'all hear about them foams, the originals, black and blue, foams, black and blue, hook your boy up, man.
You picked up 500 rounds of 9mm for $110. Wait. Was it steel case ammo or what? And reloads? Now, that actually sounds about right though for the price, because you can get like
But
1,000 for like
still,
two.
but still,
Yeah, steel's cheaper than brass.
I don't know.
Steel case ammo is cheaper than brass. That's why a lot of people's running that tool ammo.
Tool is great in AKs.
Right, but that's why a lot of people was running it.
I mean, Tool, and I remember Tool. I remember I had this. I thought I had the deal until I pulled that trigger. That Jones said, boom, and I seen all the clock. I said, oh, hell no. I don't want to qualify with this. This is going to be covered. Like, it's crazy.
Well, like I said earlier, B, you get what you pay for.
You do. You do. But don't pay too much. Save
No.
some in there for training.
Yeah, like I said, there's a difference between cheap and value. Like this ain't cheap, but it's value because you get a lot for the amount of money you're paying for it, as opposed to it's the originator and you paying like 3 times the price I paid for this. It's crazy because when I showed this to my mom, she fell in love with it.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. My joint definitely, my marketing team definitely looked like it and seen a few things.
Yeah, 'cause you don't fucking clean it.
But yeah, it works. Like, you know.
Mm-hmm. You want to clean your gun for you, bro?
I mean, listen, I could care less. Be honest with you.
I had to put a hazmat suit on though first.
Real look, this girl says she want to do this leg. I'm like, man, it's so crazy. I could go from chill week to I'm so hungry. I'm so
Yeah,
this.
integrity. I paid $1,500 for this version.
What's the regular price?
1,500. Like they got something that's a little more expensive because they got like Cerakote and stuff like that. But yeah, but this one is 15,
Mm.
and you get everything with it: collapsible stop, cheek riser, fiber optic night sights, Picatinny rail, M-lock handguard, 7-round magazine tube. You don't have to get it like 922 compliant like you do a regular Benelli M4
Mm.
because most of the parts of this gun are American made. There's only like 3 or 4 parts that's Turkish made, but most of this is American made, so it's already in compliance.
Yeah, that's some sweet shit, bro. You got some great value, man.
Appreciate that.
Did you accessorize it?
No, not yet.
All that came with it?
Yeah, this as is 1,500. Everything I just showed you.
And adjustable stock?
Yes, with the cheek riser.
No shit.
And it's got like a recoil spring system in the back too, so it eats up a lot of recoil here too.
What's that? Let me see the front end. What came on the front end?
Fiber optic night sights with the 7-round magazine tube and ported barrel.
Yo, you got the 17 round. It came with the 17 round barrel?
Yeah, the 7-round.
The two.
Yeah, 7. So 2 3/4 inch shells can give you 7 rounds in the tube. 3-inch shells give you 6. But yeah, it comes with it.
That's great value. That's outstanding value. How about the Picatinny joint, the mount the light?
Came with it too. Oh, yep.
Damn,
On both sides.
that's wild.
Bro, honestly, I don't think people really understand the value that he's talking about, bro.
They don't.
I'm all right. Look, I'm a Hold on, I was buying shot the joint. I was laid up watching y'all. Hold on. Uh, Let me show you the comparisons. You look at yo, your Rian.
Okay.
I had to buy this, bro. This stock was going for like $500. I got it on sale for $250.
Mm.
I had to put the tube. I had to take this off and put the buffer tube on. That was another, say, $150. Then it came with the five round joint. So I had to buy this. That was like 300 and something.
Right.
Then I had to buy this. I was like another 100 and something. And all yours came up there automatically.
Yeah. Right out the box. As is. I didn't have to pay anything extra or nothing.
Just feed it.
And here's the kicker, right? This is a Benelli, but this gun is no different, Harley, from your gun because the patent ended.
Right.
It got the inertia operating system and the whole shebang. And you got the ghost rings, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. And I got the ghost ring sights.
Yeah, you came out like a fat rat, homie.
Mm-hmm.
And if you shoot them, it's not gonna be any different. Oh no, the recoil on this thing is soft as hell. And I was running heat, like some mad heat out of this thing.
Yo, and the gun, I got it. What was that lame company that stopped selling firearms? It was Dick's Sporting Goods. I had went into Dick's and they was getting rid of the guns, and I got my Benelli for 11. It had one little mar on the barrel, and I was able to buff it out, and they sold it to me for like 1,100.
That's not bad.
Yeah, because it was a display gun, but still, even with that, it being a display gun, you still came out much cheaper.
Yeah.
And you get pretty much got the same fucking thing.
Yeah,
Yo.
and the company that sells these sells them as is, just like this. You don't have to pay anything extra to get anything. It just is what it is, and you can accessorize it any way you want after that.
You don't. Well, I mean, what the fuck else you want, bro? Look at your front end. I mean, look at your hand guard, bro. What is that? Else? What are you gonna do? You gonna put a kitchen on it? A bathroom?
I mean, I was thinking about maybe like a stove, kitchen table, something like that.
I mean, the only thing you possibly could do to that gun is put a light in a damn red dot.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I need to do. And you don't really need to do that. I mean, light, yeah, but you don't even need to put a red dot on it for real.
Yeah, I don't really rock with red dots and shotguns, but teach his own. But yeah, I mean, but back to the point. I mean, what else can you possibly do to the gun? It came fully equipped.
Exactly.
Somebody said mod light.
And a Salvo 12.
I'm a mod light whore. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta get my hands on the Mile Light and really be outside.
You haven't used a mod light?
I have, and I do want one.
I'm a mod light whore, bro. Matter of fact, mod light made Surefire come up. What was that new head they came out with? That it made mod light come out with a more powerful head.
It wasn't like 1,500 lumens or something like that. 30,000.
It's called the turbo head.
All right.
Yeah, that's what made Surefire. But honestly, like I like lumens, but the Candelas where it's at. But
yeah,
still, most applications you're gonna wash out your target. I mean, a lot of people, you really don't need. A lot of that power is for show, and it's good to have, you know what I mean? But in certain situations, man, it could wash out your target like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Like, in low-light situations, definitely. But, like, if you're, like, out in the country where there's, like, no street lights and like that, it's just pure black, then that's where the brightness comes into play. Other than that, you don't really need all that much.
Yo, I got some Surefire lights for the 365. It's made for the 365, the Hellcat, and what was the other one? The Hellcat and the Glock 43. I got like two of each. So my they like, yo, if you need one, let me know. You know what I mean? If you got if you want one, let me know.
You. Man, listen, you already know, bro.
Sure, just shoot me a message.
Got
you
you.
too, Gunco.
Got you.
Definitely.
Yeah, but yeah, man, but you got a lot of value. You got a lot of value in that shotgun. I see why you damn patting it and loving it and hugging it and kissing
it. You got damn right.
You gave it a name?
I did not. But I sure will.
Yo, you know they got a
Lou and Josh Showing, right?
My man got a shotgun course coming up. I want to say in Maryland.
Oh, it's gonna be a shotgun course in Maryland?
Yeah. I think it's Sentinel something. He's one of the few people that host a shotgun course, because a lot of people don't teach that discipline anymore.
You know what it is? I have it, but it's kind of like everybody forgot about it. Like somebody that was the home defense go-to.
Do you still do them?
I mean, don't nobody really request them now.
I think it's time to request. Hey, I think we're requesting one right now. I damn sure come to that.
Oh yeah, all right, got you. Shotgun
The
classes are
Remington,
fun.
the Remington 87 tactical is a fine piece of that's a
Oh
nice
yeah.
tool.
Oh
That's
yeah.
a nice tool. That's a nice tool. Hey, I got a quiz. What's the father of all semi-auto shotguns? What is the progenitor? What's the progenitor of the semi-auto shotguns?
I can't.
Is the company still around?
Good question.
There it is. There it is in the chat.
Browning. Okay.
The A5. Well, if they changed the name, I have one of those. I have the A5s, but I also have it's one, it's an A5, but, it was, I think it was what, Joe Bob, you in the chat, wasn't it called the Remington 11 first? Then he
The
sold,
Browning.
yeah, then he sold the patent, well, he took them to Belgium and started making them.
Semi all day.
I prefer the semi-auto, but pump action also has its advantages too.
Josh is
Do
wild.
tell, do tell. What's the advantages of a pump? Yep.
Okay.
Marvin
So
Levin Remington. Yep.
so semi-autos do run the risk of jamming a lot more than say a pump action. Because a semi-auto is to like an AR-15 to where a pump action is to like a bolt action.
Got you.
I go with semi. So if you get a quality one, cause listen, check this out. That the JM Pro from Mossberg, the Jerry Mikulak version. Man,
Oh,
I
that's a
ran that
bad boy.
shotgun. That is a bad man.
That's a bad boy.
Yeah, where the tube is longer than the barrel, right?
That thing just doom 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 like yeah.
Yeah.
So you could definitely run that, John.
Now keep in mind, pump actions can jam too. But I'm saying semi-autos have a higher probability of jamming than pump actions do.
Oh yeah,
But though I was telling him that 'cause he was asking what do we prefer.
I
So
go with the semi.
yeah. But I mean, all in all, I would definitely go semi-auto. It just provides an overwhelming amount of force, and when you're in a high stress situation, you might forget to pump the damn shotgun after the first round.
Mm-hmm.
I done seen some boys, goddamn, make that damn pump sound like a semi.
Yeah, yeah. Cause
Yeah.
Hey, look.
I know some of the Mossbergs you could slam fire them.
Yep.
And for the people that don't know, that's when you hold the trigger down on the shotgun and it's a pump and you rack it. And when it goes back up, you get the bang.
Hey, look, guys. Here go the this is the Remington 11 right here.
Mm.
Okay.
That's the progenitor. It later got changed to A5. This was made in America. Then it got switched over to Belgium. This is the Model 11. This is a pawn shop find. They didn't know what they had, so I got it for beans. And then later on, it went to Belgium, and that's when the A5.
Right. Became more
This is
refined.
this is the A5 right here. This is a bad boy. If you see the barrel, every time you shoot it, boy, she's soft too, boy.
See, that's kind of how I felt about that JM Pro. I don't know, man. Between the JM Pro and the Benelli M4, oh, the Genesis 12, can't forget that.
Oh yeah.
That thing, oh
Yeah.
my god. And then full auto, I don't know where Lou is, but I can see her now. Machine guns, machine guns. Damn right.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look at Bama Parrott. He said, fun fact, Elliot Ness' choice of gun was the Model 11 short barrel.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. He carried it in his trench coat.
Yep.
Damn right, Jimmy. I'm gonna have to give you a pen.
Well, like Byron says, train how you fight.
Yeah, how that song go? Train how you fight, fight how you train to fight. Fight with. How'd it go, B?
Train to fight, fight how you train to
Train to
survive.
survive. Yeah, that's right.
I should put that. I need to put that back on some songs again. I've been giving everybody else song love except my own.
Yeah, what's up with that, bro?
I might
Yeah, I
bring
know
it back now.
You want to see other people win too, man. You just like me. I feel you.
Yeah, like I might get swaggy and drop a little something, something, but
Yeah.
M1 Super.
Mm.
Joe always pulling some shit out the bag. Oh, talking to Joe Bar, he man, shit.
That's
He
my
made me go
guy.
Google. Oh, you talking about the Benelli, the double gun?
Yo,
Yeah, don't you got something like that?
Yeah, I do have something like that. Mine is a Con Arms A-Tech, and you can actually switch it from semi-auto to pump, and vice versa. I like it because I mean, for some people they want that pump where they can just boom, boom. Me personally, I like where I could just
Boom,
stop,
boom, 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 boom.
whatever. Okay, you don't want to stop. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna stop you.
And if there's a jam, you could just turn it back to pump and just clear it.
I got a good question for you,
Work the
Byron.
action.
Byron, I got a good question for you.
Shoot.
How long you been training, Byron? How long you been training people?
Like 15 years.
In your 15, almost 2 decades, right? Would you recommend a shotgun as a home defense?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because so and this is the difference. I like to give people the real aspect of things in real life. It's a lot of things that are gonna happen if you're ever in a situation like that where you need to use a firearm. And if you're not used to operating with your body under that type of stress, it's harder to fight through it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I still tell people all the time because when you're looking at it like that, and then you have a situation where it's not like a handgun where you got to make sure them sights is lined up. But this takes a lot of the accuracy out because you just point and shoot, as long as you don't have slugs.
Yeah. Ammo was important also.
And expense. Look. Better stockpile for these tariffs kick in.
But then too with a shotgun, I've seen people miss with a shotgun.
I
Majority of
mean,
the time.
it
You
is.
know why? Because they think that you can just point and shoot, and no matter where you're pointing, it's gonna hit them. That's why they miss with a shotgun.
Yeah.
They think it's a widespread ruin, and it's not the case. Not like how it is in movies and shit.
Yeah. At certain distances, it's gonna spread out. You know what I mean? Like a cone.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you for the shotgun I prefer for home defense is a 410.
Okay.
That's one of the ones.
That 410, bruh. You gonna eat that's a tight spread. You gonna eat all them.
Yeah, and a long barrel. Yeah, I saw somebody had a Taurus judge chambered in 410, and short barrel does not do it justice at all. Like at all. You need a long barrel for a 410 in order for it to be accurate.
Yeah, and you got to get reps. That's why when I showed you that, I showed you that 410, my first gun I ever owned. I owned it since I was like
That
6 or
was
7,
lit.
something like that. That's why you back the old school would start you on 410. Because if you can get surgical with a 410, the 16, the 20, well, the 20, the 16, and the 12 is going to be pretty much a walk in the park.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And another mistake that I see people making is they want to get triple off bucks with 3-inch shells, and you don't understand how much recoil you about to motherfucking introduce yourself to. And then, or they get them geese shots, them goose or turkey loads. They don't realize that she got some thump to her ass.
Yo, you can't underestimate the shotgun. Because if you do, the shotgun won't let you know it's still a shotgun.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. You know what shotgun I always wanted to shoot, and I should sit on Beverly Hillbillies. I'm telling my age. There was a show called Beverly Hillbillies, and Grandma used to carry a goddamn 10 gauge.
That is a
Yo,
throwback, not the Beverly Hillbillies though.
Yo, you remember she used to shoot that shit
Yo,
and a knock on her ass, and she'd be sitting in the chair, she'd shoot that 10 gauge, that shit'll roll her little ass.
410 doesn't really kick. 410 don't kick.
Nah, nah.
oh, so
You
we're
shoot
talking
you.
overall. We're talking just like on a shotgun set. We're not talking about like a judge or something.
No. Like a 410 and a shotgun, it doesn't kick at all.
3 points to
Jim got
contact.
your uncle has a 10 gauge. Yes, sir. A double barrel. Oh my God, I know that shit kick like mew feet.
Woo! God damn. Got an elephant gun and 10 gauge. Damn.
Yo, them side by sides, man. You shoot both barrels at the same fucking time.
Woo!
Ooh.
You better kill him in that one hit, because that thing is taking your arm with it.
Listen,
Yo, it literally bruises you, man. It beats you up.
You gotta do the Michael Jackson smooth criminal lean in order for you to knock you back into place. Damn.
What shells you run? What shells you run in? What shells you run up in your M4?
Oh, me? So I got these right here. They were given to me when I bought the shotgun. They were given to me from a friend of mine.
you know what's crazy? You can get real frisky with this shotgun stuff. They got rubber bullets. They got the dragon's breath. They got I mean,
I actually shot some dragon's breath too.
yeah,
Them
you got to
things, I love
stockpile
them.
that one. That dragon's breath is serious.
Jim God, I think a side by side 10 gauge shooting both barrels at the same time might be a little more extreme than shooting a 50. As far as the recoil, the kick. That
It
shit
is.
hurt.
Because a 50 BMG is a lot of weight to the gun that eats the recoil. A shotgun double barrel, okay. And plus, a 50 BMG can fit in a 12 gauge tube. 10 gauge is bigger than that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm gonna tell you another place where people fuck up is they go buy light shotguns. The lighter a
Oh
shotgun
yeah. Oh,
is,
you gonna pay for that?
that it's gonna kick. What do you say, Byron? You gonna pay for it?
Yeah, yeah. I got mine's is lightweight. It's okay. You gonna
if the
pay for
shotgun
it?
survives too, because damn thing can break also because of the amount of force coming out of that barrel. I've seen it happen.
Yep.
So yeah, if it survives, it'll definitely kick you in your ass.
Yeah, a lot of guys I hunt with, a lot of guys that switched over to Franchi. No, Franchi, the shotgun brand. Franchi. It's a shotgun brand. They make really nice shotguns. A lot of guys I hunt with, we rabbit hunt or quail hunt, they switched over to the Franchis, but they are light because you walking all day, and they are light, but them little fuckers kick. Winchester PDX.
I never tried that. I gotta try that. I might have to make some calls, see what we can do about that.
Yeah, I got Winchester double A right here.
Don't listen to Joe Law, man. Bro, when we went to the Buck Door course, this dude, bruh, bruh, goddamn buffet of ammo. This dude, man, he got some shit, bro. Like he put you on some. He know his ammo. He know his shit.
Oh, I know, man. Listen, I.
Oh shit! Always wanted a spas.
You know what I gotta get? I gotta find this bullet because my buddy can remember where it was, but that joint had a slug and some buckshot in it.
That's a specialty round. That's a special order. You gotta order that online. There's a website that you can get that.
Yeah. You know they make that for the judge too. They make those rounds for the judge. It has buckshots, disc, buckshots, disc. Somebody said, "I wish I could share my toys." Okay.
Uh, what's up, Carol? And we ain't had Carol in here in a while.
Yeah, where you been at, Carol?
But y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't the 18 used to carry the show 18? Weren't they rocking the Spies 12?
Mm,
I thought they had this.
I don't
Yeah, wasn't
know.
Mr. T character rocking that?
You said who?
Yeah, I think Mr. T had that gun.
Yeah, I think Mr. T was rocking the Spies 12. That Spies on the 18.
If we both said it, then that definitely was what it was.
Had to be.
Yeah, that's a unique. That's a unique, mean, hateful looking shotgun.
And you know the funny thing? A lot of that people don't even understand. Things like that can de-escalate the situation.
Oh hell yeah! Who want that kind of smoke?
Because they looking like, go ahead, bro. It ain't that deep.
Nah, sure. Bro, you got it. You got it, bro. Go on, bro. You got it. But those, what's those? The cops used to carry the 570s.
Oh, the cops
The
used to.
Mossberg
Oh,
570s.
oh, for others, you're talking about the like the Evan, like the cops carrying what?
They used to carry the. They used to carry the. They some still do the Moss. I think it's the Mossberg 570s.
I thought they were early. I thought they were carrying Remingtons.
Nah, the ones like I just done a demo. Well, it's not just done. About a few months ago, I done a demo. I went in the Army and they had a shitload of Mossberg 570s.
Okay.
They're upgrading, you know what I'm saying? But they don't want a lot of them. They have the first ones, but those are the good ones.
It says Remington 870s.
Mm-hmm.
It said Remington 870.
Yeah. You talking about for which ones? Oh, just talking about the thing? Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, so Carol, I got my man Integrity Firearms right here. And I'm pretty sure you probably seen Gun Coolin' a million times, but you know,
Hey, Carol.
Sully was, I don't know what Sully did. He got on the naughty list. He said he couldn't come on the live. But we call Sully Joker for a reason. Sully was probably chilling. He ain't feel like putting the hoodie on, man.
Sully, I seen something I ain't gonna tell. Sully showed a little something one night. Sully sitting on some serious shit too. So I mean, I ain't gonna say that. I'll say Sully knows his shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Listen, we was at SHOT Show Range Day last year, Beretta thing, and they're like, "Oh, you got to do this." Sully was like, "Nah, I got this." And one of the competitors was like, "Oh, I know he. Give me my gun." That joint was like, "Pull." She said, "Sully sent it." Sully was out there giving them work with them damn clays. Sully almost late, but he was damn near team brother. They seen the way he was out there running it.
I was about to recruit his ass.
Yeah, because Sully was getting in.
But y'all love that heavy shit though. Y'all be shooting them those 50s and
We love them 50s, man. 50 boy. And we look, yo, I have a video on YouTube, and it is so funny because we gave this guy a hard time. I don't think I posted on Instagram. And we had him versus the 50. It was so funny. He was standing there. It was like, come on, Bird. He's like, I am not no bitch. I am not no bitch. Listen. And he was like, wait, what do you mean? So you literally stand up? I said, yes. Get in that pocket and let it go. He was just like, I don't know how y'all do that. Like, got that inner channel, you gotta become one with the force.
But keep your eyes open.
100%.
Real shit.
Look, like he had shaking legs. It was so funny. His leg was shaking. Like he said, "No, I'm good. I'm good. You good?" Then Lou caught him. He over there after he shot. He over there having a cigarette. Like, and then Lou walk up. He like, "Come on, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Yeah, nah, we got him."
now I'm over here reading about Mossberg. I find it funny that first firearm wasn't a shotgun.